side, and we're just about ready to go. There's the light now. Here we go, the Sydney Cup. Stand by. And they're off and racing. Oh, one's flopped out of the gates. A clear last was a maid. A maid is 10 lengths out the back, and Major Bill, last year's Derby winner, jumped brilliantly. Carla Pour away nicely in second, and Maharajan goes forward out deep on the outside of Manzois. Then came Serpentine, who's a few lengths off the lead in the early part and is going between runners. Stockman, it's outside. Circle of Fire's firing up a little bit in the early stages, followed by Glentania's buried down on the rails. Ash Run in the middle of the ruck. They're followed further back by Loft down on the fence. Further back in the field then to Athabaskan, who's on a 3-wide par from So Dazzling. Then came Salino, mostly cloudy. A mate's recovered after the tardy start and has put Military Mission now back in last position. Rolling down towards the post, it's Major Beale and Stockman, and the pace is all right here. Major Beale from Stockman. We don't often see Stockman eyeballing a front runner. He's a half length away with 1 lap to go. This dual New Zealand Cup winner over 2 miles, Maharajan, in a very handy third. In advance of Manzois, and then came Carla Pour fifth. Now the favourite Circle of Fires on a 3-wide path has been keen in the early stages, so Andrea Razzeni allows the favourite to slide forward. Circle of Fire. Serpentine getting close to heels, 1 off the fence. Athabaskan in the dark blue cap, the outside. They're followed by Loft on the inside of Ash Runner. Further back to Salino from So Dazzling. Third last is Mostly Cloudy from a maid. And last of all is Military Mission. So it's Major Bill shaking off Stockman now. Going to the mile mark, and Major Bill's got the lead on his own now by 2.5 to Stockman. Maharajan into a clear third as they work down the back of the course now. Circle of Fire puts his head into 4th position on the outside of Manzois, then Carla Pour. Now further back then to Athabaskan, who's on a wider path, gradually improving. They're followed further back to Glentanius, who's down towards the inside running rail, and the inside is Serpentine. 2 lengths further back to Loft on the inside of Ash Runner. Then came Salino, who won the Sydney Cup here 3 years ago. It's parked down on the inside of So Dazzling. Then Mostly Cloudy from a maid, and Military Mission is still last of all. The Sydney Cup field thundered to where the race started, and it's Major Bill in front by 3/4 to Stockman, followed by Circle of Fire edging into a clear third, but in a 3-wide position. Then Manzois, Maharajan in between runners. Athabaskan 3-wide with a bit of cover. Further back to Carla Pour, buried down on the inside of Serpentine. Further back to Ash Run now. Rachel King starting a runner, Mostly Cloudy up wide of the 600 metres. Loft is going between runners as they come up to the home turn now. Major Bill in front by 1.5 lengths. Manzois travels up nicely on the inside. Circle of Fire looping. Athabaskan's chiming in. Further back to Serpentine. Ash Run, Mostly Cloudy down the outside. It's Circle of Fire tackled by Athabaskan. A length off to Serpentine. Circle of Fire. Carla Pour's running on the inside, but Circle of Fire with a strong kick. 100 out. Circle of Fire beating off Athabaskan, and Circle of Fire for Andrea Razzeni takes out the Sydney Cup. Won it by 2.5 to Athabaskan. Photo third, probably Carla Pour in front of Serpentine. A gap back to Salino, Mostly Clouding. A good gap then to Ash Runner, followed by a maid who's beat about half the field home at the end from Loft. So Dazzling, then Stockman, Glentanius, Military Mission. Major Bill got a big stitch, so did Manzois. Maharajan didn't stay the trip today.